In this installment, we'll be going over the full 12-game slate for Friday on DraftKings and Fanduel. Let's get into it. Hey, yo! Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Chef D, and I'm here to give you the winning ingredients for your Friday night slate on DraftKings and FanDuel, bringing you the top plays at point guard, going all the way down to center, giving you value and the lock of the night. All right. Before we deep dive into that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MetsNetsJetsD. All right. And if you guys are a viewer and not currently a subscriber, go ahead and click that subscribe button right now. Currently at 772, 773, somewhere around that. We are still pushing for 1K. 1K will be the cash giveaway. All right. Now let's get into this slate. But let's revert back. Hold on. I didn't want to forget. In my previous video, the day before, I did say I was going to give the NCAA Day 1 picks. So let's just look back at that. Let's backtrack. I posted this on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram. I put up these picks, and let's see how we did, because it has been a very wild and crazy day for the first day of March Madness. All right, I start off with Michigan. Michigan came through. They struggled at the beginning of that game, but came through. Memphis came through, so that's 2 for 2. Iowa did not. Iowa lost. So Iowa lost. Marquette lost. Marquette got blown out. So far we're 2-4, but we finished strong. Okay, Arkansas, they just won. They got the money line. Creighton was an underdog. I told you to take the point line in that. They happened to win. And then Murray State right now is up by 3 with 1 minute left. They should finish that game. We're going to call it right now. It's 1 minute left. They should finish that game. So out of all of them, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 5 out of 7 is not bad. For all these upstates, you had UConn lose, you had Kentucky lose, you had Iowa lose. A lot of big upsets happened. I think we did pretty well on day 1. All right. Now, let's get into this slate. Starting off with the point guard position, we're going to go where the value is, and that is going to be in Brooklyn, starting off with Goran Dragic, okay, at the point guard position. Another expensive point guard that I do like will be the coming back of Ja Morant in that game against Atlanta. That should be an up-tempo pace. But we're looking for some value here. Someone that's going to get starters minutes. There's no Kyrie Irving in this game. So Goran Dragic steps up to the starting lineup. As you saw what he did against Dallas. Recorded 36 minutes, 21 real points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds. I expect him to take over that role yet again with Patty Mills coming off the bench. This is pretty much their only other point guard here. Patty Mills is more of a shooting guard anyway. Dragic was brought in to be a veteran point guard. Him, KD, Bruce Brown is going to be part of that backcourt. And we're going to lean on these guys at 5K going up against the Portland Trailblazers, who are literally a G League team right now with no Anthony Simons and a whole bunch of no-name guys. So there should be some easy opportunities for Goran Dragic, for Kevin Durant, for Andre Drummond, the whole lineup, okay? So we're definitely going to be focusing on nets in this video. So we're going to start off with Goran Dragic at the point guard position. Next, we are going over to the net killer. He came back and made the game-winning shot for Dallas against the Nets in Brooklyn. That's Spencer Dinwiddie. Now, he has come over. I don't know if he was too motivated when he was playing with Washington, but he has turned on the switch with Dallas being the sixth man there. Really bogarted Jalen Brunson, because I thought Brunson was going to be a solid number 2 to Luka Doncic, but Spencer Dinwiddie has come in and been very, very aggressive, like his old self in his beginning career when he was with the Nets, being very aggressive, scorer mentality, assists, rebounds, just providing a lot of stats, stuff in the stats each and every game, and he has put up solid performances in 3 games in a row, 36, 32, and 38 at 6,300 in what should be a very competitive game going up against the Philadelphia 76ers in Philly. This is going to be a highly contested game. Maybe even the finals matchup. That's crazy. That's crazy. Maybe Philly, maybe. I don't know about Dallas. But Spencer Dinwiddie is coming through, playing very good basketball, more confidence, especially after knocking down that shot against the Nets. I like his price at 6,300. They dropped him where it was at 6,500, and this could be potentially a 40 bomb for him. So I love him at the shooting guard position. Let's move on to the small forward. We're going back to the value nets, and that will be Bruce Brown. This man is going to have to be the second, third scorer on this lineup right now. He's forcing a situation with no Kyrie Irving. Durant obviously is going to do his thing, and hopefully he facilitates the ball. But Bruce Brown is scrappy. Okay, he can score. He can knock down an occasional three here and there. But I like what he does on the defensive side of the ball with steals. Look at that. 2, 2, 1, and 3 in 4 of the last 5 games in the steal department. He comes through with assists, 5, 8, 5, and 5 in the last 4 out of the 5 games, and chips in with rebounds as well. So you can get really creative with props. Take his overs, take his 10 points and over. Definitely should be a very safe number. Take his assists at 4.5 and over. And rebounds around 5 and over. But this is definitely an environment where he can take advantage of the young guys for the Portland Trailblazers, create turnovers, create havoc, and get easy buckets for himself. So I love Bruce Brown at 5,600. Still meat on that bone. And he has 3 straight games of well over 30 fantasy points, okay? So definitely something to look at that 5,600 range. Next, we're going to look at the power forward spot. And I'm going to Toronto here, going up against the Lakers. Lakers, one of the worst teams in the league. You guys got to point these type of situations out. Who has, taken advantage of poor defenses? This is the end of the season, really, so you should know who struggles against what position or what team, period, okay? So you see the Lakers, we're going to attack the Lakers. This is literally one of the worst teams in the league. And Pascal Siakam, in this previous matchup against the Lakers a couple days ago, had 27 points, 5 assists, 1 block, 1 steal, and 11 rebounds. A very solid double-double at 8,900. So you're getting him at below 9K, and he's going to provide 50 to 60 type of upside. Yes, I have to look that way, all right? I'm trying to give you the best plays at each and every position. Siakam is definitely taking over right now, looking like his old self from the season prior, but especially since Van Vliet has been struggling as of late, Siakam has stepped up. Definitely someone we should look at going up against the Lakers, who struggle against opposing forwards and centers, all right? Well, they struggle against across the board. Any position really doesn't matter. But Siakam is one of the leaders on this team, so I like his price at 8,900. Now, next, we're going over to the center position. Now, when we look at the center, what I always say, if you see Sacramento, if you see Charlotte, we happen to see Sacramento on this slate. And their center for Boston, who they're going up against, is Robert Williams, a very explosive center that we have here at under 7K that can provide 30 to 40 to even 50 type of potential. That's what we're looking at here. Double doubles is in his view. And look at some of these games. 11-11 against Charlotte. Definitely something that we like to attack. I'll take that there. Brooklyn had a very nice game with 37 fantasy points and 5 blocks in that one. If we go back a little bit further, 42 against Memphis. So the upside is there at 6,800. And if we look back to the previous matchup against the Sacramento Kings, we understand they struggled down low. This man had 51 fantasy points against the Kings earlier this season, 13 points, 2 blocks, 4 assists, and 17 rebounds. He should clean up the boards. They're not even really starting Rashawn Holmes anymore, so I don't know what the Kings are doing anymore. Obviously, they have Sabonis, but that addition has not helped their problem down low. They are still giving up huge games to the center position, and Robert Williams is someone we're going to look at for Friday. All right, now let's move over to the FanDuel, and we're going to go over the value plays of the day and the lock of the day. The first one we're going to look at is Ayo Dosunmu. He is 5,100 on FanDuel. At DraftKings, he's even cheaper if you look at him over there. This is a starter, a rookie starter for The Chicago Bulls here coming in at 4,900 on DraftKings, getting a ton of minutes, 31, 31, 36, 37. So you're getting someone that's getting well above starters minutes and at a very solid price. And it's been very productive. 29 fantasy points against Utah, 32 fantasy points against Cleveland, pretty much 30 fantasy points against Detroit, and 3 out of the last 5 games. So definitely some upside as a punt play in what should be a very competitive game between the Bulls and the Phoenix Suns. Phoenix Suns has a lot of injuries. Yes, they're a dominant team, but Chicago has to get things rolling. This is their starting point guard here. I would love to take a shot on him. More defensive minded, so there's a boost here on FanDuel with steals and blocks on that side. So I like Ayo Dosunmu with 30 plus minutes. Minutes equal money. As long as he's on the court, the opportunity is there. All right. Next guy we're going to look at is DeAndre Hunter for the Atlanta Hawks. Atlanta Hawks have a lot of problems down low, all right? So they have lost John Collins for the rest of the year. That is new news that was just dropped. I just looked it up, and let's see if they actually have it on here on DraftKings really quick. So, just so you know, I ain't lying. I ain't lying, all right? I'm going to look this up really quick. See, he has the out tag. Let's see if they fully updated it. He's already been ruled out for the game, but the other news that did come out is that he is out for the remainder of the season, at least remainder of the regular season, at least. So DeAndre Hunter, we got a questionable tag on Gallinari, so they're going to be relying on this young gun right here. He is very, very multifaceted. He can score. He can play defense solidly. So this is what we're going to be looking towards. Had a lot of good games last year. Came back from injury about a month and a half ago for the Atlanta Hawks. Has been putting up solid minutes as well. 37, 34, and 37 in the last 3 games. And look at this, 20 points in back-to-back games. So we're just needing him to chip in on the rebound, assist, and block side. He can provide that because he is more of a defensive-minded player, but he also can score, knocking down the 3 ball, 4 for 7, 3 of 9, and 3 of 4 in the last 3 games. See, more of the responsibility is being put on his plate, getting more minutes and playing that power forward position. So I love DeAndre Hunter as a punt play on FanDuel, especially at 4,700 compared to 5,000 on DraftKings. And the lock of the night that we have will be Joel Embiid. Currently, game time decision. I'm looking towards him. This is a big game at home. Seeding is going to be on the line as well in this game. So I'm not too worried that he's going to be out. I think he's going to play the game. Just be very mindful. Pay attention to the news. If things change, obviously I'll post that, and then we'll revert to another lock of the night. Who I kind of like. I do like John Moran in that game against Atlanta. All right, but Joel Embiid. This is a Dallas team that is very dominant at stopping the 3-point shooting ability. So that hampers James Harden and the other guys that they have that can knock down that 3 ball. This is a perfect situation for Joel Embiid. Feed him down low, get him going, and create some mismatches. They do not have a big man down there that can guard him. So this should be a very center-focused game for the Philadelphia 76ers going against the Dallas Mavericks. A little bit slower pace, feed him the ball, and this should be a big, big performance from Joel Embiid. They've been giving us some big games to even Andre Drummond in a previous game before that. So Dallas still has problems down low. Joel Embiid will be the lock of the night, all right? Thank you guys for tuning in. Let me know in that comment section down below if you have any other suggestions at point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center, value play, or the lock of the night. Let me know down below, and definitely we'll have a conversation and see if we can find some other gems, maybe some updated news as well. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MessageSD, and I'll be back with another video very soon. Peace out, guys.